Good morning, folks. I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. You know, sometimes the system gets me down. Whether it's a prosecutor failing to respond to emails, I can give you an example. Over the last 2 weeks, I've emailed a prosecutor, 3 or 4 times. I've called, no response. So now, rather than going to court and being squared away, nothing will likely be accomplished because it's not good business to try to accomplish something in a courtroom last minute. Your client doesn't know what's happening, you don't know what's happening, and it's just lack of professionalism on behalf of the prosecutor. Then I have another jurisdiction where it's a quite serious case, and I talked to the prosecutor 3 times, but they don't give me a firm offer. They go, yeah, well, I'm considering that at, three times over a couple of weeks. And then they explain that they're not going to be able to be at the court date, but they'll have someone there to cover to resolve it, and I'll have the firm offer, which again, I think is a little off myself. Like, give me the offer. What's your offer? Like, let's get the case resolved. This is a case that the defendant won't win if they go to trial, or that kind of thing. So just give the offer. So then on the day that I show up and the case is set for a change of plea, someone else shows up. They don't know anything about it. They don't have an offer. I say, look, it's set for a change of plea. My understanding was that someone was covering. I didn't know who it would be. And they say, okay, I'll call the prosecutor. So they call that prosecutor. That prosecutor gives them an offer. That prosecutor, the substituting prosecutor, relays it to me. I relay it to my client. My client accepts the offer, but the covering ASA says, I don't feel comfortable going forward. I don't know the whole case. You don't need to know the whole case. Your equal or your supervisor has given you the offer. They're familiar with the case. They've related to you. You've related to me, so you have to feel comfortable enough to relay it. The client accepts it, but they won't do it. So then the case gets reset. When the case gets reset on the morning of that case to change a plea, I get a call from the client's family. The client's called from jail, indicating that the jail has not transported him to court. So what happens? Obviously, I still have to show up for court that day. I have to show up to court, and then the family member also tells me that during the couple of days when it was reset, that there were some orders that came online, which I also saw, and the clerk did a change of substitution of counsel, substituted me in for a public defender, but the public defender was never on the case, and the client I had already taken over from another attorney. So another mistake. Then the clerk didn't put it for a change of plea, so that's why they put it for a status, and they don't hand us the paperwork anymore like in the old days. They would hand you the paperwork. Now they go, oh, just get it from the clerk later. Well, clerk later is too late, and when you see the mistake, now the client doesn't get transported, so the case gets delayed further. Is the system corrupt? It's not corrupt. Are there players that are lazy? Yes. Are there players in it that are incompetent? Yes. And you know what should happen? Like, if you make a mistake like that causes someone to stay in jail longer, don't you think that the people responsible should pay? Shouldn't the clerk pay? Shouldn't the state attorney that doesn't feel comfortable taking a plea, even though all they're doing is standing in there a body, they don't have to know everything? You read from a police report, it's just crazy. So there's incompetence, there's laziness, there's bad lawyering, and it's frustrating. It's I know. You want me to say, the poor criminal that's committed a crime. No, it's not the poor criminal that's committed the crime. It's due process, receiving an answer, right? If you're dealing with a criminal case and the facts are obviously on the side of the state, punishment should be swift, right, quick, and decisive, not delay. And now you're delaying someone's future, and you're wasting other people's time. And it's not one; it's the accumulation of incompetence at the courthouse. So, anyway, I'm Attorney Roger P. Foley, and today's another day, and I'll go get to see what today's hurdles are. Anyway, have a great day. See ya.